Hi, today we're going to talk about how to create a high performing team. This is particularly important for technology firms. In particular, we're going to talk about what is a high performing team, what are the stages of team development, what are the ingredients of a high performing team, and any dysfunctions that you can identify with your team. So let's first look at what is a high performing team and why is it important for you as a people manager. Well, the number one goal for you as a people manager is to try and address the needs of individuals. This is particularly important because every individual has their own and different needs, and you want to be able to create a team that comes together and trusts each other and to perform at a higher level. So, you kind of need to break it down into three main areas: focus, support, and challenge. A team needs a clear sense of where they're going and how to get there. They need a sense of connection, trust, and empowerment, where you provide support, and the right amount of stretch, feedback, and positivity. And this is where you can provide that challenge aspect of it. So, how can you identify which stage of development your team's in? So, there are four main stages. The first one is forming. This is when your team members start to know each other, they start to work together, and start to develop those relationships. As a manager, what you want to do is provide them with clear direction. You want to try and involve as many team members as you can in meetings and responsibilities, and also give them that time to get to know each other. The second stage is storming. This is when team members start to be a bit more comfortable with each other, and start to compete with each other, and experience different conflicts and differences in opinion. As a manager, you want to encourage healthy conflict by letting them discuss between each other, where you can listen, coach, and facilitate those discussions. The next part is norming. This is when team members have less focus on their individual goals and they start to trust each other more and seek out decisions from team members. As a manager, you want to step back from the team and show trust in the team members' decisions. Let them make their mistakes and let them figure out the processes and principles and the best ways to work. The last stage is performing. This is when team members fully trust and rely on each other. They make decisions quickly and solve problems. As a manager, you want to continuously monitor this process, celebrate successes, and give feedback and recognition when it's appropriate. Take a moment to step back and recognize which stage your team is at and how to get them to the next stage. Bear in mind that you may continuously move from one stage to another depending on different circumstances, such as when a new person joins, you may go back to like the forming stage or storming stage, and likewise when you have new maturing projects, you may move on to a different stage. So, what ingredients are you looking for in a high performing team? The first one is team leadership. This is when each team member is able to lead a project. They have shared responsibility and leadership skills, and they're able to balance the right amount of focus, support, and challenge between team members. With team processes, they have a clear and understandable process and procedures that help them work efficiently. They're able to share knowledge between themselves and distribute the workload. With team emotion, they're able to resolve conflicts in an adult way. They trust each other and they make each other feel good in the way they work. With the team mind, they have a shared thinking in what they're doing. They're able to learn and continuously evolve their processes and actions to reflect and share ideas. With psychological edge, they perform well under pressure. They remain collective, confident, focused, and determined in the face of adversity. You need to make sure that all team members are aware of the processes and procedures. Show that they have high belief in the potential of everyone in the team. Identify the workload and the needs and allocating them within the team. With most tech teams, it's common and not unusual to have dysfunctions in the team. Your job is to try to identify them and try to address them. You can see the dysfunctions as a pyramid, where you need to address the ones lower down in order to provide support for the dysfunctions further up in the pyramid. The first one is inattention to team objectives. This is where team members put their own needs ahead of the team goals. The next one is the avoidance of accountability. This is where team members don't call out mistakes or hold each other accountable on important tasks. With lack of commitment, ambiguity and confusion prevails where team members are unable to commit to decisions due to the lack of healthy conflict and trust. Of conflict is where team members don't openly air their opinions. There are a lot of posturing and time wasting, meaning inferior decisions are made. So the one right at the bottom of the pyramid is absence of trust. This is where team members are reluctant to be vulnerable and unwilling to admit mistakes, weaknesses, or need for help. So, in summary, what can you do to move your team towards a high performing team? The first is build time in building trust with the team. Organize some team building skills and set that as part of your agenda. Encourage them to use the Slack team channel where they can have open discussions with other team members, share thoughts and ideas and opinions. You, as a manager, should acknowledge which current state of development phase you're in and how to get them to the next stage. It's also important for you to give feedback to team members in order for them to improve themselves. It's also important for you to listen to feedback from team members. You can either do this ad hoc or as part of your regular one-to-one sessions with them. Don't forget, you can also get feedback from outside of your team, but be careful not to hog the limelight. Just because you're the manager doesn't mean that you always be in control. If you found this useful, please subscribe for our future videos.